Good morning! Welcome back to another episode of me, Bloke in a Bus. So this morning I got up nice and early and I finished all the underside of this trim, so that's all ready for paint. It was all a bit messy, so I fixed it up, made it all straight, made it all neat, so I can paint all these undersides next. But before we do that, I'm gonna come over here and do the door for here. So I want to get, by the end of this video at least, or this episode, I want to get all these doors on and finished. So pretty much all this area is complete, and then we can start concentrating on the kitchen area. And then that wall over there, I have got more tongue and groove panel, so we can do all that, and then I can come through and just paint both panels or both walls all in one hit. And then yeah, all that top section is done. And then still chasing up these windows. No one's really answering my calls or anything, so that's been a bit of a pain in the ass. But today I am going to go to the cabinet makers and order my cabinets so they're all done, because as I said, I want to get all the front of house done before we head to Colorado for the elk season again. I haven't ordered my fridge yet, but I know the dimensions, so I can work around that. I'm just trying to keep an eye on budget and all that sort of stuff, because it's a bit of a grey area with everything that's going on. Unfortunately, I had a bit of audio issue on this video, but as you can see here, I've measured down the profile of the ceiling from the top, and that's what I was marking all those lines for on the shelf. And yeah, I've scribed it across, and now I'm going to cut it out with the jigsaw and hopefully get it right.
Million thoughts are spinning round in my head. My boss holds it down, 'cause I'm almost there. Now I see you through the window and I'm walking on air. But I won't let you know, and I know how it goes. It's supposed to feel incredible. It's too bad you had to leave. Please come back now, baby, where were we? Said you changed, and a lot. Got the memories still popping up. Show me your heart, show you mine. You go first, I will whine. You're my soul, my heart, my beautiful. You're my first, my last, my wonderwall. And I just can't seem to get enough. It's because I love you most of all. Million thoughts are flying from my head. Let's kiss them away.
There we have it, folks. 2 doors completed with the boho mesh, or whatever you would like to call it. Obviously I got 2 hinges going on the front here, and then on the back I'm going to recess these magnets on the inside of the door, and also on the frame of the shelf that's inside the bus. Once that's all done, that'll be my way of keeping the doors closed when I'm out on the road. just put this frame together. It's not as good as I would like to, so there needs to be a bit of patchwork. So as you can see, my miters aren't that tight, but this piece of timber was that board that I had, and it has been an absolute nightmare because it actually follows the profile of the roof along the top. So it's been bloody difficult to get that all right, but we've got it pretty all right now. So I'm gonna sand and bog this up, get it ready for paint. The other ones are over there and they've been painted and they're ready to go up. So today I will head and get some hinges from the hardware store and hopefully get all them in today, or at least tomorrow. As I said, by the end of the week I want to have all these doors hung so we can concentrate on more of the kitchen side of things, because I'm hoping with a bit of luck the kitchen will be ready for pickup next week. So I decided to play around with my miters on this piece and I fucked it. So I've royally cracked the shits with this. I've been messing around with it for a good half an hour now, and I just need a chop saw with a good 45-degree angle on it. So I'm trying to chase one at the moment. But in the meantime, I'm going to play around with this whiteboard inside the bus. I'm rather frustrated, but it is what it is. These curves are a lot harder than I thought, but what I've been doing is I just mark, obviously you can see my lines, my vertical lines, and then I just come down and I've got a point here, and then I scribe a line and try and get that curve as nice as possible. And then what I do is I cut above the line, so then that way I have room to wriggle. And obviously you see here I've got, it finishes here, but I've got excess out here, so if I cut too shallow or whatever, I can push it along and yeah, make it work, because I want to get that nice and neat. Woo! There it is, folks. So as I said, I'm going to run a bead of cork along here just to keep that all nice and neat, but pretty happy with that. Obviously I got to paint all this to get all those lines off, but I'll square this line off and trim all this off when I trim that, but it turned out pretty good. So especially up this top section, it's nice and neat. As I said, fridge will be here, so probably won't see that, but she looks nice and neat. Good morning. Well, last night was a bit of a clusterfuck, but we have good news. I am busting out the big guns. I finally have a drop saw so I can actually do my 45s. So today I'm gonna fix this fuck up, because as you can see here, I fucked it up. And then after that, we're gonna get all this tongue and groove boards in on that wall. I already put the bottom one in, so all I have to do is just start stacking them now. So that was a bit of a mess around this morning. But the good thing is with this chop saw, things will be really quick. No more awkward skew-if cuts with my circular saw, so I'm very happy. So today should be a productive day. We will get into the time lapses and get shit sorted. First cuts with that chop saw, and look at this folks, look at this. I'm so happy I can come right now. They are all spotty dog. Oh, it's about time, but I've had a win. I'm on. Today's gonna be a great day for Australia. So let's rip into this. turns out I don't know how to read a tape measure, and I didn't measure up properly, so I'm short one board, unfortunately, even though I grabbed an extra one at the hardware. So, but that's essentially what it's going to be like. We got some dress timber going down this face, but they're all plumbed up, looks nice. So hopefully the Savo I'll get a chance to go to the hardware, because all my offcuts are 100mm short. So I think where I went wrong is I used one out of this piece. That piece there is not an offcut, I cut that over a fresh piece. But anyway, here we have it, trendsetters. The first door is on. I didn't film because it was a nightmare, but I wanted to get these on the other side, but the door didn't hinge properly, so that's all it is. Also have my magnets drying. I haven't done the insides yet because I just want to let that set off, but it should all pull in and look really nice and neat. So one down, 3 to go on this side, and then we got to tackle the big beast up here, which as you saw before, I had bogged up the corners, so that's drying. I'll sand that back, and yeah, I'll probably paint that and get stuck into that. After much procrastination, there it is. We have all the doors on. So I gotta touch up the paint on them now. A bit all over the place, dirty fingers, all kinds of stuff. But my handles for them are coming when I get my kitchen, so everything will match. But they turned out pretty bloody good, I think. So I will now do the magnets on just on the fixed side, let them go off, and then I'll do the magnets on the door side tomorrow. But yeah, good news is I heard back from my cabinet maker and they're all ordered, so 2 weeks we get the cabinets, so you'll probably see that in the next episode. As you can see here, I had a wall, now I don't have a wall. Unfortunately, I made a crucial error where the bus is not level, so I actually had the wall built up to here, had all my pieces cut, and all my lines were not matching. So I've had to strip that wall back down, start again, got 2 boards on now, and I just have to string or mark a line all the way across as I go up. Very frustrating, but minus setbacks, but that's what happens when you assume things. You make an ass out of you and me. So I've pulled them off, cleaned all the nails up. We're going to put them back on now. Yeah, frustrating, but that's what goes when you don't double check. Measure once, cut twice, they say, don't they? Something like that. But anyway, I'll get these on now. trendsetters. We have 2 walls, all finished, all neat. Even got meticulous up in here and pulled it through the other side. So they are ready for paint. Just on this wall, I got to trim this line off, which I can do later. So then our dress timber goes here, make that all look neat, and then I'll just caulk down these sides. So it's all done. After all the pain in the ass, I'm happy with the result. So that's nice.
I'm always in bloom for you. Always in bloom. Always in bloom for you. So many times I've stranded, a castaway on unknown shore. Those stranger
Just been mopping this board up, and we've run into some problems. When I open, the hinge seems to squeeze on this corner due to the curve of the ceiling. So I'm gonna try and readjust this side lower. It might look a bit awkward, but I think that's the only way we're gonna be able to make it work. But the rest of the part, it sits pretty smick. But yeah, I think this side, that side's doing the same thing. So just gonna readjust these a little bit, these hinges, and hopefully we're in. But this curved ceiling could be the death of me. Well, ladies and gents, I've mounted these hinges about a handful of times and I'm having no wins. I've bent the shit out of that one and this is kicking my ass. So what I'm thinking is I might mark center and then just go either side about 100 mil or so and see if that works. If it doesn't, I'm gonna crack the shits and go do something else and go back to the drawing board and have a think about it.
always in bloom, always in bloom for
It's fucking worse. I don't know what to do. I'm hot. I'm flustered and pissed off. Well, ladies and gents, it's hung. Very good news. I have finished off the small piece with all its custom retarded angles. We got bloody miters and angles and all kinds of stuff going all over the place. But the matting stuff, this stuff, I keep forgetting what it's called. It's on, taped up. So I have to sand this one back. Turn it over. Sand this one back on the faces and paint. Just threw a coat of paint on this one, so that's drying. So today we'll get them hung and painted, and then handles will come when I get my kitchen. So we aren't going to see them. I finally come up with the idea, well, I actually got the idea off my dad after talking to him on the phone, to hang these doors off the bottom, so they're hinged off the bottom and the hinges are hidden. So they are all done. So we are finished with all the doors and hinges and all that pain in the ass stuff, and we can concentrate on something else.
although it hurts me, be with you. I'm always in bloom, always in bloom for
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you all my shelves are complete. Just got to touch up some paint, but that's the gist. I am absolutely stoked with how this has turned out. Obviously I've got hinges on the top of this one and not on that one. Those ones are hinged from the bottom, but you're starting to get a feel for how the bus is going to look. I am bloody excited. So that's the end of this episode. I'd like to thank everyone for watching. As I mentioned, if you could like and subscribe, that goes a long way for me to continue doing this and continue providing you some entertainment. But yeah, I appreciate everyone who watches, and I'll see you next week.